I'm going to be comparing these three Cal Kestis Jedi Fallen Order lightsabers. I'll be comparing the prices, features, and sounds, the detail about this saber that I'm not crazy about, and which one's right for you, so don't go anywhere. Hey, thank you so much guys for clicking on my video. This is Finding the Force, where I make videos about anything Star Wars, especially lightsabers. Woo! Yeah! And as always, I am your host, Obi-Dad Kenobi. Hello there. But my friends call me ODK. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you would please mash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. It tells YouTube I make good videos. Dude! 3 Cal Kestis lightsabers. Yeah! I need to replay Jedi Fallen Order because I've almost forgotten what an epic game that was. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, Battlefront 2 is still my all-time favorite. I love being Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda. Okay, maybe a little bit of Palpatine. I was blown away by what an epic adventure I went on, growing all my force powers and abilities, changing your lightsaber. It was a lot of fun, and I kind of want to replay it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Super pumped for Jedi Survivor. I saw the trailer. It was awesome. He's got a blaster. He's got a crossguard. What's going on? Everything looks fresh and new. Lots of new lightsaber technique moves and stuff like that. I want to practice them, actually, and I can learn his style. Hey, what do you guys think of my my Wookiee? Doesn't he look dreamy? You know, Chewie's got this flowy, like James Dean hair. Hey, ladies. Maybe I should be affiliate with these t-shirt people. Look in the comments. I'll see if I can crank out a link for you guys. So let's get this video started. Which 3 Cal Kestis lightsabers do I have today? I'm sure most of you guys recognize the Galaxy's Edge Legacy Cal Kestis, since so far we have not heard of anything from Hasbro. This is like the only Cal Kestis lightsaber of this price point, which is like below $250. Next, we have the Neopixel Profi Cal Kestis lightsaber from Artsabers, and there's actually a few different styles to this saber. I'll explain that in a minute, which is almost identical to this, what I consider replica status, 89 sabers from Korbanth. I bought this empty and had it installed by an awesome, talented installer, Kestis Custom Sabers. Check him out on Instagram, super great guy. Professional at the top of his game. He took a break for a while, but he's back, and make sure to follow him on social media. He installed and completely weathered this piece himself. Really impressive. Can't wait to show you guys the details. All of them have different price point and features, so let's get started. But before I start, I want to thank Liquid IV. Thank you guys so much for sending me this really awesome care package to make sure I'm hydrated for my videos. I'm sure you've seen I love collecting Star Wars cups. And most of the time in the videos, what I'm drinking is actually like a hydrating kind of vitamin tablet. And they had sent me a bunch of these really delicious hydrating water mixes, and also one of them has energy. And this one is passion fruit. It tastes pretty good. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do to start the video? I'm gonna tell you about the one detail that I'm not super crazy about with this lightsaber. It's not a negative thing, it's just a personal preference. Because if you guys are a Cal Kestis fan, you're gonna have to have one of these lightsabers no matter what. The one thing I don't like about these sabers is also what makes them so incredibly awesome, which are the shrouds. It's kind of crazy how much a shroud can change the appearance of a lightsaber, especially like the Dooku Jedi lightsaber I reviewed from Galaxy's Edge. Check out that video. Adding a shroud on it just made it look so cool, and that's what we're not used to seeing from traditionally all the lightsabers in the galaxy, are these shrouds that actually can come off if you wanted that kind of a stubby look to it. When you hold this saber, I wanted you to know this whole grip is hollow, whether it's the replica, the Artsabers, which looks almost identical, or even this one is a little bit more well balanced, believe it or not. But I mean, there is this tendency that it's very top heavy because of the shrouds, and the electronics are in here, and this whole grip section is hollow. So it's really a top heavy kind of saber to it, and has kind of a whiplashy feel to it, especially when you put a blade in. I did a video reviewing 15 lightsaber accessories. If you have a Neopixel lightsaber and it doesn't have a red connector, you've got to get on that like yesterday. It's going to change all your Neopixel lightsabers indefinitely because it weighs half as much as all the other blades that I've used. And both of these higher end Neopixel sabers only have a certain amount of blade depth. So you're gonna want a lighter blade, and that's gonna help without feeling extra top heavy. If you put a heavy blade in this thing, it's just gonna wanna fall out of your hand, you know? So unfortunately, that's just a detail that goes with the design of this lightsaber, and I just wanted you guys to be aware of it. But again, it's also what makes it look so cool, as it's got these, I mean, what are that, 4-inch shrouds up at the emitter, and really gives Cal his signature look to his lightsaber. Let's kick off this Cal Kestis comparison. Woo! Let's go with the Legacy Galaxy's Edge Cal Kestis, and this is retailing right now for $170 without a blade. A blade is what, 40 or 50, so you're looking at $230, maybe a little bit more with tax. But you really can't beat the price in that you're holding a Cal Kestis lightsaber. It comes with a connector attached to it when you open it, so it's kind of anticlimactic because you open it and you see like a stub, and you have to look under it to look at the torn pommel showing the inner workings of the saber with the wires exposed. So this one's at $230, setting you back, right? Retail. Check out Kevin, my official smuggler. He's over in Florida, Disney World. Back2Smuggler77 on Instagram. Make sure to hit him up if you want anything from Galaxy's Edge or Disney World. But this is the debacle that we're faced with, is that this is almost $250, which is about almost half of this Neopixel Profi lightsaber from Artsabers. I mean, we're talking smooth swing, brighter, louder, effects, blade deflect, flash on clash, molten lava tip, has all the effects, right? And it's pumped with like 20 or 25 sound fonts or something like that. You will not get bored. $250, you're halfway to a Neopixel. So if you're gonna ask me, I think you guys would get way, way more fun out of the Neopixel sabers. Now moving on to the replica Cal Kestis that I call, manufactured by 89 Sabers, purchased from Korbanth, installed from Kessel Custom Sabers. I did a review on this with my son actually, back when we were making videos together. Beautifully weathered and installed. This is probably gonna be setting you back. Let's say you bought it from Korbanth, installed. They're going for $700 to $800, and they're totally gone right now, by the way. But with these, we're talking more money, right? $700 or $800. You're also going to be waiting for it. I'm not sure how long Korbanth is taking these days. Please share your experiences down below if you've purchased from them, how long you've waited recently for a lightsaber. I think they're still having chip shortages, so you could be waiting months to get it. Not to mention if you bought it empty and you found an installer and you got it installed, you're still waiting months to get it installed. Kevin, our smuggler, could send you a Galaxy's Edge in a week or two. Artsabers can send their Neopixel lightsabers anywhere in the world, but don't panic if it's like exactly 14 days, but it should be a give or take a couple days and you'll be getting your Artsaber. Now let's take a look at the design of these sabers, huh? All right, start with the Galaxy's Edge saber. From memory, I believe this is one of the heaviest of the Legacy lightsabers, weighing in at about 2.5 pounds. Definitely super shroud heavy, just, you know, dropping down to the ground there. Like the CoverTech belt clip though, I just think they went a little overboard with this torn pommel here with the wires. It's too many wires. There's like, and I actually took off 2 of them. I think I ripped 2 off. Just went a little overboard. I wish there were more color. Can you differentiate between the pommel and the upper grip here? Yeah, I guess you can. You can. But I like the gashes. I like that the metal's kind of flared out a little bit. There's definitely some things to like about this saber. I've seen this line vary though. It's either come really messy or really clean, and it definitely looks like it's been put on there by hand, but has all the classic, unique design details of Cal's saber, even some of these gears and wires in this little box right up here by the emitter shrouds. All right, next, this is the Profi Neopixel from Artsabers. Super clean, right? I bet you would have no problem contacting my guy TJ to have this weathered for you, and I bet he could really dirty this up and make it look really in-universe if you wanted him to. Maybe you like the clean version. Let me know down in the comments. Check out the torn pommel. The metal looks great, nice and torn. Have all these kind of neat designs, these windows here in the electronics that are sticking out. Grip feels great. Video game accurate windows here in the sides, and the entire saber is activated. This is the power button, the larger button, and this is your auxiliary button for blaster deflect and some of the features that it has. In order to ship this to you, these shrouds actually were off and they were in the case, and I just screwed them on super easy with the Allen wrench. Has some cool detail there in that box as well, up by the emitter. And I'll be turning this on for you guys in just a minute. And this is my fully weathered Cal Kestis Saber. Boy, this looks awesome. In universe, dirty, even has like a more of a mud dirt look here to the grip to it. You can see this brown tint down there. Beautiful wires for an accents. Look at that. Again, installed by Kestis Custom Sabers, who weathered it and installed it. You can see excellent detail. There is a replica quality here that you're paying more money for. There's way more detail in that window there. More of an in-universe feel, but feels the Artsaber back there. They feel identical. Flush screws with the shrouds, and the power button is this larger one, the auxiliary button on the other side. Now, if I'm curious, I know you guys are too. Let's look at these side by side. Wow, some striking similarities there. They look almost identical in size, proportion, all the accent pieces, the buttons, the windows, nearly identical. I think actually Carlos from Kestis Custom Sabers may have even taken some pliers and bent the metal right here to get it to flare out a little bit. But I mean, look at that. With the Artsabers, you're saving several, hundreds of dollars, months of waiting. Let's turn them on and tell me if you can hear any differences between the Neopixel lightsabers, but let's just start with the Galaxy's Edge and get that out of the way real quick. Let's listen to the sounds of the Cal Kestis Galaxy's Edge. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Hey, I'm telling you guys, for a price that's only in the $100 or $200 range, it's got Cal's lightsaber sound, clash effects, and those are definitely some unique Cal Kestis clash effects. Yep, and the activation, they nailed it. And that's one thing I've always given Disney credit for, is having unique sounds with all of their sabers, which kind of gets you to want to collect them all. Next, let's put the blade in and try out the Artsaber. Cal Kestis. There we go. So it does come loaded with a Cal Kestis sound font. All right, check this out. Gesture controls on the Profi. Yeah. Oh, you hear that? That is definitely a Cal Kestis hum. Ooh. So I like those swing sounds, you guys. Sweet blaster deflect. Oh, yeah. Yes! Stim pack. Yes, there it is. Oh, I activated automatic blaster deflect. Check this out. One hand, no buttons. To turn it off, you just hit the blaster deflect a couple times. But I love the size, the feel of the Neopixel sabers being much thinner, able to do some tricks with them, especially with the lighter blade. Got music tracks. Yeah. Clash effects. Oh man, I'm totally feeling like I'm back in Jedi Fallen Order again, you guys. Yeah, tip drag. Sweet. I think it sounds great, you guys. I like this sound font. Yeah, I mean, it really sounds crystal clear and has good sound ventilation out of the pommel. So again, this Artsaber comes loaded with tons of fonts. I could go through them, it'd take like an hour or something. But actually with this one, with the 89 Sabers Korbanth one, I only had Kyberphonics font package put on this. Put all the different sound variations of the different colors from Cal Kestis of all the different sabers had slightly different sounds. And check this out. We do have a lighting pommel grip here. There we go. You gotta admit, that looks awesome. And a small detail is that this replica 89 Sabers does have an accurate blade plug, which goes along with the design of the saber. You don't see it that much, especially if it's on its side on display or something. You won't be able to see it, but if it's important to you, it's something to consider. All right, what do you guys say? Let's mix things up and use his green saber. Boom. Oh, yeah. Hear that accent swing? That sounds cool. Blast deflect. Clash. Lock up. Tip drag. Yeah. Double press. Boom. Force push. Hey guys, leave a comment down below if you hear a major sound difference. What do you think of the 89 Sabers compared to the Artsaber? For me, they're very similar audio. And both being profi, you can adjust the volume with the saber in your hand. Yes! And that was an awesome demo sesh comparing the 3 Cal Kestis lightsabers. Again, the audio sounds pretty close on these. Oh, I forgot to mention that Artsabers, you have options. They have a fully black version, and they have the Profi and the Xenopixel version. And there's actually a pretty small difference. The Xenopixel is even weathered. I think I might pick that one. You're limited with things like blade profiles and activations, but it's super easy to buy a font from K-Sith or Kyberphonic and put it on your saber. This particular saber comes loaded with a bunch of cool fonts like Jurassic Park and Avengers, and they have and the pod racers. So you have some really cool fonts to enjoy. So as always, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Take care. Have an awesome Star Wars day. Yeah. Woo!